frame. All right, I'm filming this on a GoPro. Greetings from Chamonix. It's the day before the start of the UTMB 2022. Got my bib number already, number 54. So, been a whirlwind of a week here in Chamonix. Met a lot of wonderful people, trail community. This is like telling someone it's like the Super Bowl of mountain ultra trail running around the world, because there's so much international energy and audience, and such a large scale with all the races, because it's a whole series. You got 50Ks, you got the 100K CCC, all sorts of events. I'm not even going to name them all. OCC, PTL, yeah, it's TDS. It's a wonderful atmosphere, electric atmosphere, super exciting. It's been sunny and warm. It's supposed to start raining though for the start tomorrow into Saturday for the UTMB race, and maybe part of CCC as well. But yeah, a lot of great sponsorship, expo booth, exciting events going on all around town, and super cool to meet so many of you out there, especially people that have followed the YouTube channel at some of these group activation events, sponsor events. Of course, Hoka being a title sponsor of the race and of myself. Super excited to be able to participate in a lot of those activities, as well as some of my other sponsors like Camelback, Compress Sport, Coros, to name a few that are really involved in this whole series and race. And I'm filming on a GoPro here in the Airbnb. And again, yeah, just getting nervous. I admit I'm nervous before these big adventures, these big races. And part of it's because, of course, some of the struggles I've had, and Sandy and I've had in the last year, 2 years, and the pulmonary embolism, and how it's affected my lungs in racing, at least in my last couple races this year that I've done, especially in the UTMB series, like the Canyons 100K in April, which was kind of a rough go for me, but I finished and persevered, had a really rough day. And the Verbier 45K last month, right before I did the soft UTMB series on here, feeling some of that breathing issues, feeling like I can't get maybe that last 10% out of my lungs, which has concerned me. But I think hopefully in these longer races, it's more about hydration management, gear management, nutrition, smart pacing, strategy and technique with the poles, trekking poles, and just managing yourself mentally as well. We all go through these ups and lows, highs and lows, so to speak, and valleys and peaks in life as well as in running. And it's in the course of a race, especially a really long ultramarathon race like UTMB, where I know most runners out there are going into the second night, if not almost 2 full nights, with the cutoff being over 40 hours. It's a tough thing. It's a hard thing to do. It's daunting. You see the soft UTMB series in my video series over 4 days. It was already hard enough to cover the whole course in the daylight. And we're going to be doing a lot of those sections maybe in a cold rain, in some mud, some technicality. You could fall and hurt yourself like I did in 2015. And got stitches. That took me out of the race in 2015. So I had unfinished business there. I came back in 2017 with healthy lungs, strong lungs, and just failed to put together the race that I envisioned. Went out kind of conservatively and still kind of faded really hard. Was lying down on the side of the trail, moping, and really a struggle to finish for me in 2017. And knowing the fatigue and pain that you go through in these things, it's voluntary. It is a daunting task, and it makes me nervous, and the expectations are high with the sponsors and mainly with myself. And the first goal, I'll keep this short, hopefully. The first goal is just to finish, just to cross the finish line, just to stay healthy between now and the starting line. That's the first goal, actually. And I've been lucky. I've been healthy. Just being here is a huge privilege. Being able to have this opportunity to toe the starting line, having the sponsorship support, so many supportive people on social media, viewers like you, and people that I've met in person who said hi at these group runs, has been really amazing. Hearing your story and what you've gone through to get here, maybe, and what you anticipate for this adventure, this race, whichever one you're taking part in, or your trail running dreams and goals and stuff like that. It's really cool. It's a supportive community. But yeah, still feeling healthy. I was a little worried with the travel, don't want to get a last minute illness or injury right before the race, but hopefully we could keep that going for the next 24 hours, toe the starting line healthy, run a smart race, reach that finish line. That's the first goal, is covering the distance. My second goal, of course, is to try to improve, to beat my time from 2017. Even though I was younger back then, I was probably ranked higher as an elite, My lungs didn't have scar tissue in them, and I hadn't suffered, with the fire and losing my home and moving, amongst other things. I think I could improve on that 26-hour finishing time. I was not proud of that, but I was proud of finishing and taking part in the race. And it depends if they might alter the course slightly too. We don't know the weather, but to improve on that 26-hour, then the next goal is to try to crack 24 hours, of course, to do this course in the course of a day, and only not have to do my second headlamp like I basically had to last time. Hopefully I could get through it on one headlamp. That would be a cool thing to do, I think, crack 24 hours. And ideally, and I don't know if this is possible for me, it could take a really good race. I would rather be closer to like 22 hours. There's a good chance I'm not going to be out in that lead pack. I'm not going to be in the top 10. Not going to be chasing Jim Walmsley this time early on. Shout out to my Hoka teammate who's probably a favorite now. And I know Killian, last I checked, was still in the race, but may have had some, I don't know if he what he's decided yet, but it's a world-class field here. There's a lot of guys, my Hoka teammates. There's too many to name, really. Camelback teammates who have podiumed or been top 10 here, who are coming back, who do really well, as well as people that are new to the scene that could easily finish top 10, top 20, and crack that 22-hour barrier, which is very competitive for guys, as well as phenomenal women in the field as well. Shout out to Audrey Tengai, who's a Hoka teammate. I think she's a real favorite, by the way. So amazing athletes here. I'm going to compete and run my own race. I want to enjoy it. I want to push myself. I want to get the best out of myself. And yeah, the scar tissue in the lungs, it's been hard. There's other challenges in the race though. Managing the gear, the nutrition, trying to stay warm if you get wet and cold on the mountain passes, but not getting dehydrated if you're sweating and it's warmer out during the day, as well as not tripping and falling, of course, and hurting myself like I did in 2015. It makes you nervous. It's all part of the experience, though. Having nerves is normal in these big races because it means you care. And if I wasn't nervous, I'd be more worried about that. But I am nervous, and it is a tough thing. It's a hard thing for everyone. And I'm lucky to have so much of the sponsorship support and so many support online. Sandy's here to crew for me, and we have some friends from Colorado as well, and other people that have offered to help out in so many different ways. But shout out to title sponsor Hoka, of course. And I just wish everyone the best of luck. If you're here in Chamonix, or if you're gearing up for another event or race across the world, just following this channel has meant a lot to me over the last decade plus. I've been doing these running related YouTube videos, any surface, any distance, and hopefully I got to meet a lot of you through these events, through the group runs, through the signing panel, just walking around town here in Chamonix, in and out of grocery stores, or going to find some food, or just getting gear, bibs at the expo and stuff like that. So it's been really amazing, and I feel very fortunate to be in this position and to be able to experience all this, and to even be able to travel here, especially with some of the setbacks and perspective that I gained, I'd say, in the last year. I feel like I kind of aged a lot in the last year as well, but it means a lot to me, and I appreciate everyone who's said hi, and people that I've gotten the chance to talk to and hear your story. This great sport has brought us all together, and it's something that hopefully empowers and lifts us all up as we overcome our own self-doubts, our own fatigue, whether it's emotional or mental, or things we struggled through maybe in life, but also in the course of these ultramarathon races, when your legs are screaming at you and you're tired and your lungs are burning, and maybe you're a little low on blood sugar, or you get a little dehydrated, and you've got to think to keep pressing onward and facing that adversity and that fatigue. And you could surprise yourself, because the human body and mind are amazing, and the way we persevere and adapt to these new challenges builds character, and is part of this life experience. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Of course, thanks to the Patreon supporters for really making this YouTube channel possible, and of course everyone who's purchased training plans at higherrunning.com. Again, if you're out there racing Utmb or CCC, or one of the races that haven't started yet, good luck to you, or any event across the world, or if you're just getting out there and doing your first 5K or any sort of exercise or run, more power to you. So thanks for following this channel. It really helps. If you like these videos and subscribe, you can also follow my updates on Sage Canaday across Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, to name a few. I have an athlete page on Facebook as well, and my stuff on Strava, all the training. Coros Watch is going to go the battery life this time. So thanks so much for your support. I'm going to do my best out there. We'll see where the chips land. But yeah, again, I can't thank you guys enough. Hope you're doing well, and stay tuned for more VO2 Max Productions.